New Story Community Books. Today is October 21st, 2023, and we are coming to you live from downtown Marshall, Michigan. Hey, so what am I reading this week? This week, I have been reading Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. Fun, fantastic book. We're going to talk more about this, but I'm really excited. I picked this one up. I've read some Cassandra Clare before, and I liked her. You know me. I like fantasy. But this one came with page overlays. So this is a character, and then you slide it over the page of the book. It's like an illustration that's almost transparent, but not really. A little translucent there. And then you slide it over the page, and you've created a cool official illustration within your book. Page overlays are a cool thing. These overlays are exclusive to the release of this book. So if you buy this book from an indie bookstore, you likely are going to get the page overlays. We've still got some. So this one's mine. We've still got some though. So if you're looking for it, I definitely recommend popping in and checking that out. We're going to talk more about the actual book in a little bit because this is kind of our theme for the day. All right. So, but first, let's talk about what's happening. So we're just wrapping up our business and poetry sale. That was 20% off. Today's the last day for that on Saturday. Starting tomorrow, Sunday, the 22nd. We're doing scary stories, buy one, get one 50% off. We are coming up on Halloween, y'all. It's almost time. As much as we've been celebrating it for 2 months now, it's almost here. So we're going to do a special sale. It is all of our horror books, all of our true crime, like the American and Michigan Chillers, the Goosebumps books, kids' scary stories. You can get that stuff for buy one, get one 50% off. This doesn't count the kids' actual Halloween books. This is more like just like scary stories. But come on in. There's our horror section is full of new stuff. Come and check it out. And buy one, get one 50% off. You can mix and match new and used too. So sometimes that's a great way to find a good deal. There's a bunch of cool hardcover used Stephen King over there on the shelf. It'd be a great deal for somebody. All right. So that is the 22nd through the 28th. So that is Sunday, tomorrow, through next Saturday when I talk at you again on the camera. So come on in, grab your books, buy one, get one 50% off. Also promo codes. So I'm going to do another plug for the newsletter. Let y'all know every week I do this. A few more people sign up and they get the cool coupons. So all you got to do is create an account on our website or come into the store and have the bookseller update your information with your email address, and you'll start getting our newsletter. Newsletter is only twice a month. It is informative, and it's got all kinds of like new upcoming books. It gives you a brief rundown of where you can find us out in the community, what's happening here in the store, different stuff that's going on. It's a fun read, and Gail, who's a bookseller with us and moved to Holland, still works with us and writes the newsletter. So it's a great way to hear Gail's voice if you miss her, like we do. So you can sign up for that. If you haven't signed up yet, every single newsletter, there's a promo code. And the promo codes are lots of different options and sales and stuff. And generally, they're exclusive to the newsletter. But I do want to include them on the video sometimes to kind of pump you guys up and get you guys to interested in getting the newsletter. So if you type October 23, all one word, into our promo box when you go to checkout, you get $5 off a $10 purchase. Like, that's a pretty good deal. That's just on the website. Go to our website. Promo code is October 23, and you get $5 off a $10 purchase. That's good. Starting tomorrow through 11/4. So that gives you like a week and a half. Go in, use that promo code, $5 off a purchase of $10 or more. All right. So where can you find News Story this month? So if you are going to be in Marshall, the Firefighters Costume Parade is happening Saturday the 28th. That's really fun. They block off the road and kids get to parade down with the firefighters through the street in their costumes. That's cool. And then when they get to the end of Michigan Avenue here, they turn around and then they come back down the sidewalks, and all of the restaurants and retailers are out here handing out candy. So it's like a preview of Halloween. They get to start building their mountain of candy now. Walk in a parade, hang out with firefighters, get a bunch of candy. It's a fun time. That's Saturday the 28th. Bring your kids on over to Marshall and get in with that. We also are launching our Silent Book Club for Introverts, silent reading group. We've named it a few things, playing with it. Tell me what you think. What do you like? Anyway, so this is bring your own book, whatever you're reading. We'll be at Twisted Rivers the second Saturday of each month in November, December, and January from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is come in with your book. You get a brief hello, grab a drink. Twisted Rivers has got all kinds of cool stuff from wine slushy machines to wine itself. Like, so you can get a drink, find a nice cozy spot to sit down and just read your book. No pressure. You don't have to be worried about like having to have discussions. At the end, we will have some time if you'd like to share what you're reading, what's coming up on your next reading list, something like that. That's lovely, and that's part of community building, and we love that, and we'll be there for that. But it's not required. You don't have to. You can come in, read your book, have a wine slushy, and then leave. That's great. Anyway, so that is a fun, low, easy way to just get involved with community and reading books and not have to stress about, oh, did I get the book this month? Am I reading this book? Like, make it easy. All right. So that's Silent Reading Group. You can check it out. There's a Facebook event for it. You can pop in here at the store or over at Twisted Rivers Winery and ask about it. We can each answer any questions and get you set up. No tickets, just show up with your book. Easy peasy. All right. So we are still running a pre-order discount. So that means if there's a book that you want and it's not out yet, you can just order it. But if you pre-order it and you type in pre-order into the promo box, you get 15% off. So that's always 15% off any book that's not out yet. This is really, really helpful for us, y'all. This helps us know how many books to order. So Britney Spears has got a new book coming out Tuesday, I think. Tuesday. Britney Spears' new book comes out. And we under-ordered how many we needed for that. But luckily, lots of good folks in our community started doing their pre-orders for it. So we could see, oh, demand is going to be really big for this one. So we were able to ramp up our order. The publisher was able to get us extra copies before the release date. So now it'll still be here. And the folks who pre-ordered got a discount. And the folks who forgot to pre-order, neglected to pre-order, or we'll see her on an interview on TV in the next few days and then decide to get it, we'll still have some for them too. That's super, super helpful for us in planning. So we don't over-order, we don't under-order. We've got the right amount of books for our community. Pre-order books. It's also super, super helpful for the authors. The way that bestseller lists all over are calculated, whether it's New York Times or USA Today or lots of these other bestseller lists, the way that Indie Next, the way that these are all calculated is based on sales that first week. So the best thing you can do is pre-order the book. Our system, when we receive them, holds that order and then processes it on release day. So to the publishers, to New York Times, it's saying, hey, there's demand for this book. This is really good. And that can be a really big deal, both in how many the publisher prints and in how well the author can negotiate their contract for their next books. So if you like your author and you really want them to keep writing, this is a really good encouragement for them to help them feel encouraged because, wow, my book is popular, but also be able to maybe negotiate for a little more money so they can have a little bit of a better life. Writing is a tough job, man. I know like everybody thinks of like glamorous writers and like writing is a tough job. So getting some kudos and maybe the ability to negotiate a few more pennies on your contract can be a big deal. Pre-order your book. It's good for everybody. You know your book's waiting too. This is great for all of us. Let's do this. All right. Pre-order, one word in the promo box, 15% off. Also, you can always find us now at Bread and Basket in downtown Battle Creek. Bread and Basket is Tiffany Blackman's shop. It is beautiful and wonderful. We have gone in as a partner with her on this shop. It is just the first phase of what we're going to do in Battle Creek. But we love Tiffany and we're working hard together to make this happen. Great selection of books down there. It is obviously smaller than what we have here in Marshall in a much bigger shop, but it's a great selection of books. And you can order books, put Bread and Basket in the notes, and the books will go down there and you can pick them up there. So go in there and shop, order your books and have them delivered there, and be on the lookout for future investments and improvements coming to Battle Creek in the near future with us. All right. So that's that. Let's talk about our main meat of the video today. So I want to talk about some new fantasy. So I've struggled with how to word this. I think we're going to call this best fantasy of 2023, best fall fantasy so far. Because there are some really big, cool fantasy books about to come out, and I'm super pumped for them. Meanwhile, though, what are you reading now? I'm glad you asked. So, you guys know, I just told you I read the Cassandra Clare book. So, two outcasts find themselves caught in a web of forbidden love, dangerous magic, and dark secrets that could change the world forever in the start of a riveting epic fantasy series. George R. R. Martin gave a blurb for this. Said it's everything he looks for in fantasy, which is a big deal. It's romance fantasy. It is definitely not grimdark. It is a little light on the romance so far. That's there. It's definitely there, and there's tension for it, and I'm here for that. It's great, but it's not super spicy, which I can also appreciate. Um, it's so much fun. I'm really, really intrigued by what's going on with the characters. I'm about three-quarters of the way through. I'm at that point in the book where you're hitting the peak and you're like, oh, is this going to happen? Oh, what's next? I love that part of the book. So that's where I'm at with this. If you can't tell, I really, really like this one. Like I said earlier in the video, we got page overlays for it. So check this one out for sure. Cassandra Clare, this is the beginning of what I expect would be a really, really cool series. All right, let's also talk about Hurricane Wars. The fates of two bitter enemies with opposing magical abilities are swept together in the Hurricane Wars, the spellbinding debut in a fantasy romance trilogy set in Southeast Asia, inspired world ravaged by storms, perfect for fans of Fourth Wing and A Court of Thorns and Roses. This one's more spicy. It's a good book. She's an excellent, excellent writer. I really like writers who don't necessarily come from the same upbringing culture that I do. Their fantasy sometimes is a little more like divergent from what I've read previously and expected, and I really enjoy that. So this is a great book. It was interesting and fun. It's not super long, so it really only takes it took me a couple of days. So, but it shouldn't take super long. Fun, fantastic book. It's getting a lot of kudos. I'd definitely check this one out. Also, Throne of the Fallen. So if you have never read one of Carrie's books before, I highly recommend it. She's an amazing author, great turns of phrases. She wrote the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which was in YA. This is a grown-up book. Those were in YA, but those were fun and interesting, and there's just enough tension to make you, oh, what's going to happen next? And it was a cool spin on that. So this is set in her Kingdom of the Wicked world, and it's about a dark prince battling an impossible curse, and the artist who might be the only one who can set him free. This is spicy, spicy fantasy. We got signed copies in. Ooh. Signed first edition copies. Super spicy, interesting fantasy. Come check this one out. And then I also want to talk about this. Brian McClellan. I only have one signed copy of this one left. And it's a collector's item. But we do have paperbacks of this as well. Brian McClellan. This one is should be a shout out to all of you Sanderson fans. Brian McClellan. The paperback just came out of this. He was a student of Sanderson's. So a lot of his writing techniques and styles, while not exactly the same, are very parallel. So if you like that kind of slow build and then like action interspersed and then big action towards the like three-quarters of the way into the book that just doesn't stop, yeah, this is good. So this is about Dimitri. I think his nickname is Demi. Anyway, he was a general, and all these expectations piled on him, and he's a magic user, and he's really powerful, and he comes from a fancy pants family, and there's all these expectations heaped on him, and one day he just walks away. He's done. He's not doing this anymore. He just can't take it. He's all done. He doesn't want to be a general. He doesn't want to lead this giant, powerful, rich family. He doesn't want to do any of this stuff. He opts out. Then years pass. There's a tragedy. His family is wiped out. His mother's dead. He's the only one left. He goes back. This reminds me a bit of like Regency novels in the way that he plays this, which I really, really like. He goes back, and there's the servants, and there's the house, and there's the business to attend to, and like it was really, really cool. The magic in this book is very, very different from other magic systems. When he gets back, he discovers they use a special kind of glass to create magic. Anyway, they're glass dancers. But it's running out, and they don't want to tell anybody. So there's these big secrets, and then spinning around who took it all. Like they can't mine anymore. Where's it gone? Like, so this is part of the mystery that he's trying to unravel. And while he's one of the most powerful magic users, like he's also fumbling, and he doesn't quite know where he's supposed to be going. He's been gone for so long. He doesn't know everybody, and like it's a really, really fun and interesting book. I really enjoyed the action, and I really, really liked that it's just a different magical take. It's not the same old, a dwarf, elf, and a ranger all need to go on a quest, so they pick up a hobbit. You know, like it's not that. And I really appreciated that as much as I love Lord of the Rings. I really appreciated it. This is just very different. So Brian McClellan, The Shadow of Lightning. Check this one out too. Yeah, so that's what I got for you. I appreciate you watching the video. If you have questions, let us know. Come and see us in downtown Marshall. We got lots of fun books and we got sales going on. Thanks.